Where's my Batman? That seems to be a popular comment these days on InArt posts, whether it's in their Facebook or on their Instagram. But most of those comments seem to come from collectors who are ignorant of the fact that they're not in a licensed market. So InArt has no responsibility to serve you directly. The only figures they've done that are globally licensed are the Michael Jackson pre-order, the Paul Atreides from Dune, and the upcoming Bruce Lee. Everything else is not available directly in Canada and America and a lot of the Western market. So you are dependent and beholden to any third-party resellers, and InArt is beholden to their direct clients who are going to buy large swaths of figures to sell and retail, or people who order directly with them. So you are lowest on the food chain, my friend, and that is not InArt's fault. That is the result of the licensing that they were able to acquire. So if you order from a company like 1/6 Kit, he's not going to be setting aside hundreds of thousands of dollars to order large amounts of figures. He's probably going to have to buy them in batches. And if he orders different chunks of figures at different times, and InArt is pumping them out at whatever rate they have because they are still a small company, it doesn't matter how long they've been in business, they still are a small company. They're putting them out as fast as they can, and somebody like 1/6 Kit is buying them in amounts that they can afford to buy them, since they're not going to allocate all of their money just to one or two InArt figures. They're going to maybe allocate $5,000 to $10,000, which equates to, 15 to 40 figures, depending on the price of the figure, and those are going to go out in waves. So acting like it's InArt's fault you don't have a figure when you're in an unlicensed market and you're beholden to somebody who doesn't have an enormous amount of cash to front for a giant amount of figures to distribute them immediately is ridiculous. Relax. And that's going to be the same case with this Legolas figure. Now, what do you think about this Legolas figure? I think it definitely could use a little bit of work. I think it looks pretty great, but I think it could use some adjustments up in the front of the hairline. Maybe the lighting would change the look a bit. I think the waist could be tightened up just a little bit, but we need to see more pictures. This is just one image. I really don't like the graphics guy that worked for them. This is kind of a mess, but I do appreciate what they're doing and what they've done. I think this is a winner, and this was the one Lord of the Rings figure they announced that I was definitely most likely interested in. In addition to Legolas, I also would love to have a Gandalf the White and a Lady Galadriel, the Cate Blanchett version from the Fellowship of the Ring. None of that Morpha Clark Rings of Power garbage, but I will definitely take a Lady Galadriel. I know InArt isn't known for doing things like this. They seem to have the vibe of doing just specific key characters that they themselves are interested in, but I think this would be a winner. Collectors like me would love and adore this.
Yet hope remains.